What are you doing? 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 Yeah, I never liked that question either. What are you doing? You watching this right now, what are you doing? This portion, this video is going to be the what. What am I planning? Like I said in an earlier video, I've been talking about dropping out of society, living on the fringe. I actually wrote a book called Fringe Dwellers. Originally I called it Beyond the Burp Strip. What it was some prose that I wrote and accompanied with well over 100 photos I took of roadside debris, and I tried to tie it metaphorically. You know, each item that was on the side of the road, I try to tie it metaphorically to people that are out there. What I didn't realize is I was writing about myself in some ways. Maybe I did realize it. If you know any publishers who are interested, I have electronic copies of it. It would be kind of nice to get that going. Then I could subsidize my out in the wild adventure. Maybe buy some land so everything I did would be legal at that point. You know, hunting, fishing, all that stuff. Well, what I'm planning to do, that has morphed a bunch of times. Originally I was just going to drive south in the Chicago area. Like I had said before, when the car died, I was just going to use that to live in for a little bit, then sell it for junk, and then buy some food or bullets or fish hooks or whatever survival stuff I needed. And then I was just going to fake it, which pretty much is life anyway, isn't it, really? Seriously? Isn't it just faking it one day at a time? One job at a time, one moment at a time, one significant other at a time, one emotion at a time, one meal at a time? It's all faking it. Trust me, if you say you know what you're doing and you really believe that, bullshit. You don't know what you're doing. Nobody does. The ones who say they do, I think they're full of shit. Just be honest. You really don't know what you're doing. Some things you may. Most things you don't. At least that's the way it is for me. That's my story, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you anyhow. If you feel the same way, fine. Yeah, these videos are going to probably turn into a rant. That last one was 22 freaking minutes long. My God, but what I thought I was bored people to tears, and what was really interesting is I had a couple friends on Facebook actually say that they loved it. What are you doing? What are you smoking, more like? But anyway, what are you doing? What would Jesus do? In my opinion, it's like, was he even there? Was he even who people say he was? Was he? So at any rate, what the plan is now, and this is all in pencil, is that short term, this is April, the end of April, I don't know the exact date, 28th possibly, I don't know. The end of May, I'm going to fly from Tampa to Chicago, and I'm going to witness my youngest son graduating from high school. This is really cool because I saw my oldest son graduate from high school and then college. I saw my middle son graduate from high school, and I was out of state at the time. This one I was going to let it go because I didn't think I could do it, you know, financially, and just taking the day off of work and all that. And then Lauren said something to me about, why don't you just go? Just go. Just do it. And that started the wheels turning really fast, and my God, 12 hours later, the ticket's bought. My son's excited, I'm excited. I could hardly sleep last night. And then when I get back, you know, I'll be there up there for the weekend. When I get back, then I'm going to start in earnest to get some things together that I still need to get together for the trip. What I'm going to do, I don't know. I want to see some of the country. I'm fortunate in that I have been to, I'd have to really look it up, but, you know, like look at a map and see, but I think I've been to over 30 states. Did I spend a lot of time in all of them? Did I live in all of them? No, but I was in 30 different states. That's a lot more than a lot of people. I'm 55 years old. I'm not getting any younger. And I always say, I'm gonna. When am I gonna? When am I gonna? Well, now I'm gonna. What am I gonna do? I don't know. I keep coming back to that. Having no plan is still a plan. I don't care what you say. At any rate, I will travel north. Probably spend some time up in the Crystal Lake area, simply because I have a bunch of friends up there. My kids are sort of in that area. Crystal Lake, Illinois, by the way. At that point, I can regroup a little bit. Then I have some friends up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan who want me to maybe come up there and hang with them for a few days or whatever. That is a beautiful area. If you've never been to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, go. Just don't go in the winter or the spring. They basically have winter and then about a month of decent weather. It's beautiful though. Pristine. Lakes where there's no garbage, rivers that don't have crap all over the place. Far less humans than what the majority of us are used to seeing. After that, I really don't know. I mean, I haven't seen the Carolinas. Been through them on a train. Haven't seen them. Love to see some of that. I still love the Southwest. Have never been to Pacific Northwest. Somebody I know says Oregon's the place to go. I don't know why. But it would be cool to see all that. That wilderness up there has to be tremendous. Well, I have some encroachers here. People are annoying as hell. I find a pavilion out here at Lake Seminole Park. By the way, it's pavilion number 13. It wasn't a choice, it was the only one open. How about that? And find a place, set up the camera, and already there's people wandering way too close. I don't want them to know my life story. I want you guys to know my life story. Of course, if they subscribe, they could say, hey, I saw you when you were doing this live. Maybe I'll be famous someday. Or infamous. Or both. My son Mike once told me that if you're infamous, you automatically become famous. Smart kid. So what am I going to do? Like I said, I don't know. But I got to do it soon because this is driving me crazy. This wanderlust, just wanting to go. I will share a real quick story about the travel. Now I know things are much, much, much different in the world than they were in 1975. But I'm a lot smarter, a lot wiser, a lot more street smart, and more well armed. In 1975 I was 17 years old. I was in the Marine Corps. And I told the story before about how I was getting sick and tired of the Marines, so I decided to leave. I went UA, which is what we call it in the Marines. It's AWOL. I got a ride from a guy off the base, and at 17 years old I hitchhiked from 29 Palms, California to Hanover Park, Illinois. It's a long way. It took 10 days, and I must say that back in those days I was drinking and getting high, and I was doing that for 75% of that, and I still 10 days, it's not bad. With the clothes on my back and nothing else, I was hungry and I went to a convenience store and I told the guy, listen, I'm passing through, I need some money, do you have any work I can do? He gave me some work. He gave me $10 when I was done. $10 back then was a lot. Got a couple packs of smokes, Dr. Pepper, a couple candy bars and a sandwich. I was happy. Another place, I stopped at a motel. I said, listen, I have no money. I'm hitchhiking to Chicago. I need a room if it's at all possible. Could I work it out? I was out in the front with a swing blade cutting grass. They not only gave me a room, but they gave me like a really nice room with a kitchen. And they brought food to me. Really nice. So there are those opportunities out there, I suppose. I would like to maybe make some money on the road, odd jobs, when I'm out of gas, out of food, out of options, find some place nearby where I can do some work. $50 at a time, $100 at a time, whatever, just to get me a little bit further down the road. It's all winging it. But like I said, that's what life is. What are you doing? I don't know what I'm doing, but I gotta do it soon. Like my dad used to say, do something, even if it's wrong. What's wrong? I guess that's enough for this video. The next one will be when. When? When is a good time? Thank you and peace.